Let's face it, PCs, especially ones designed for gaming, are expensive and can cost hundreds, even thousands of dollars. So naturally, many of us look for parts that are inexpensive but also perform well and give us a decent experience for the money. So in the spirit of trying to stretch your budget as far as possible, let's discuss if there's such thing as a perfect budget PC, and if so, what's in it? Okay, so when it comes to computer hardware, there's no such thing as the perfect combination. You could have an i9-9900K and a Titan RTX, yet there would be some scenarios where something in your system is holding something else back. But to get around these limitations, we can try and match up sets of hardware that will hold each other back as little as possible. Now, in your PC, the two main components that usually hold each other back are the CPU and graphics card, both of which are mutually interdependent on each other to initialize and finish processing tasks. This is why you don't want to pair a Pentium up with an RTX 2070. The CPU just doesn't have the juice to supply the much more powerful graphics card with ample information. But the reverse is also true. You don't want to pair a GT 1030 with an i7-8700K, as the 1030 just won't be able to work through all the information that the i7 is throwing at it. When it comes to building a budget system, and any system in general, in theory you want to try and keep your computational power levels consistent between your two main processing chips. But when it comes to real-world performance, most past and current games actually don't utilize the CPU as much as they do the GPU. Now, I'm not saying to completely cheap out on your CPU, as having a strong computational heart to your system is incredibly important, especially if you plan to use your PC for an extensive amount of time. But if you're planning on getting a console-esque experience, you should actually divert more of your budget towards your graphics card. Instead of getting an i3-8100, just go with the Ryzen 3 1200 and put the money that you save towards buying something like a GTX 1660 or even an RX 580. But saving money on your CPU comes with a few caveats. First off, you want to make sure that you're on a platform that has a decent upgrade path. Buying an FX 8350 may be cheap, but it also closes the door on possible upgrades in the future. Going with something like a modern Pentium or even a Ryzen 3 can save you quite a large chunk of cash, while also giving you the LGA 1151 and AM4 upgradability. Secondly, diverting all your budget towards your GPU can actually harm you as well. If you're fine with 30 FPS, then buying a cheaper CPU is a quick way to save some cash. But if you plan on using your system to try and get higher frame rates, it's more worth your time and money to spend more on a stronger CPU and a slightly weaker GPU. Building a budget system can be tricky. Trust me, with all these expensive parts, your available budget can quickly be reduced to zero. But if you're smart with your budget allocation, you can actually get a ton for your money and build yourself a very capable gaming system. Pairing a Ryzen 3 1200 with an RX 570 is an easy way to bring 1080p 60fps gameplay to your system. Or if you want to save even more money, then the Ryzen APU lineup is another great way to enjoy 900p gameplay at console-esque settings. In short, doing your research beforehand to try and find what parts would best suit your needs and budget is the best way to find exactly what would give you the best bang for your buck. You don't need a $2,000 gaming PC to be able to enjoy your experience. For less than $400, you can actually build yourself an incredibly capable 1080p targeted gaming PC. But if your budget is more restrictive, then going down the used parts route is another quick and easy way to save some cash. Pairing up an i5-2500K with an RX 470 and 8GB of RAM would make a great sub $200 setup. While you won't get the longevity out of your system that going with new parts would provide you, you still get a great experience in the here and now, and a system that would actually probably deliver one of the best values in terms of dollars per frame. There are plenty of different options for all sorts of budgets, and if you take your time and shop smartly, you can have a system that easily beats out the consoles, and all at a price that's lower than an RTX 2060. So thank you for watching, and if you enjoyed, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe, and click the bell icon so you'll be notified about all our future uploads. And also tell us, what do you think of budget hardware? Do you think we should have discussed this from another angle, or do you think that we should have suggested more budget-focused hardware? Tell us what you think. I can't wait to see what you have to say, and I hope you have a fantastic day. So thanks again for watching, and I'll catch you in the next video.